Bangladesh's political drama is heating up again, and this time it's former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina making global headlines. She's in India, but she's making global headlines. Speaking to her supporters in India this week, Hasina launched her sharpest attack yet on Bangladesh's interim leader, Muhammad Yunus. What she said, she accused him of turning the country, and I quote, into a terrorist nation. Allah kept me alive for a reason, and the day will come when justice will be served. This is what Hasina told members of her Awami League party, many of whom have faced arrests, violence, and persecution since her ouster. Hasina described Yunus as a man who, and I quote, never loved the people of Bangladesh, never loved, accusing him of running microloan schemes that exploited the poor who are living a luxurious life abroad. She said, and let me quote her here again, we could not understand his duplicity then, so we helped him. But people did not benefit. He did well for himself. Then developed a lust for power, and that is burning Bangladesh now. This is what she said. Hasina fled to India last year after a massive student uprising toppled her government. In the power vacuum that followed, Muhammad Yunus, a Nobel Peace Prize winner and a microfinance pioneer, was appointed as the head of an interim government. He has been in power for nearly 8 months now, only 8 months, but he is making global headlines as well. You see, with national elections expected by the end of this year, the things are very complicated in Bangladesh. But Hasina claims Yunus has transformed Bangladesh into a terrorist country, where political violence has spiraled out of control. She said, and I have to quote her here, our leaders and workers are being killed in a way that cannot be described. Awami League, cops, lawyers, journalists, artists, everyone is being targeted. This is what she said further. Importantly, this violence hasn't been limited to political workers alone. There have been growing attacks on minorities. When I say minorities, I want to make a special mention of Hindus in Bangladesh. Over the past few months, a concern has been raised by India and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his meeting with Yunus recently. You see, reports of temple vandalism, targeted violence, and forced migration have added only fears. If we consider all these things, Hasina's claims sound right. But rising religious intolerance under the current regime makes things more complicated. Her comments come just days after Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi met Muhammad Yunus, the interim leader of Bangladesh at this point of time, in BIMSTEC summit. Their conversation lasted for some 40 minutes, and in their 40-minute meeting, Modi reaffirmed India's support for democratic, stable, and inclusive Bangladesh. Yunus reportedly raised the issue of Hasina's possible extradition and concerns over recent border killings. These were the things that were discussed. This Hasina versus Yunus battle goes far beyond the political rivalry. It reflects Bangladesh's deeper identity crisis. On one side is Yunus, a global face of progress backed by international donors, even by the US government in some cases. And civil societies are also promoting him. On the other hand is Hasina, rooted in Bangladesh's political history, street power, and emotional connect with the masses. But Yunus's biggest challenge today isn't just holding elections. It's proving that he has control over the ground realities of Bangladesh. Hasina's terror accusations, whether exaggerated or not, they're not going into that debate, but it strikes at the biggest weakness of Yunus, that is of security and law and order in Bangladesh. The next few months will be critical. If violence continues, attacks continues, Yunus's credibility will suffer both domestically and internationally. And if Hasina manages to return, the stage could be set for an epic political comeback story, one we have never heard of. Either way, this is no longer just a Bangladesh story, it's a regional crisis with India watching closely and global players choosing their sides quietly.